将军洗尘。
中计了！
投降！让他们见识见识秦一剑！
撤回！
贪小胜者必有大他。
这是魔力红的浑元。
再有一个活，老夫在此坐镇。
不知为何，星月之光全无。
有敌军，点火！准备迎战！
大家千万别被荒草！
这是什么邪术？
那这样岂不就任人宰割？
人当其兆，人险皆亡。必须找到文仲的法坛所。
增援城门，
走！
水遁呐，遁！水遁！
没事吧？
师叔，我回来了。这太黑了，什么也看不见。
隐去了行踪。
我在找文仲。小心啊！给我一次机会。封神榜就在他身，你去放了他。邓九公的女儿，
马上停战！
我
你不停，
就是要杀光所有入魂魄的人，都命令和你。
你不是在帮他？这次我做愚案者自会伤口，收好他。凭着焰火便能找到文会其阵眼，
他们居然敢算计我！
姬发，你跑！姬发，我的英雄，你不能这么没！快走！林家，去发坛！ 你自己选。
姐夫，
过来杀了姬发，倒真的要做殷商的反贼。够了！
快，姬发！
Hey guys, today we are diving headfirst into the epic, mythical, and frankly, a little bit mind-bending world of Creation of the Gods 2, Demon Force. If you thought the first one was intense, buckle up buttercups, because things are about to get even more divine and demonic. Jifa, our hero with a destiny heavier than a celestial anvil, has just barely escaped the clutches of the tyrannical King Joe. He's seen the true face of power, both human and something far more feathery. We pick up as the dust settles. But the real storm is just brewing. This isn't just a battle for a throne. It's a cosmic tug-of-war for the very soul of the land. If you had a good time with this, a like and a subscribe is a free way to help me keep making more. After his harrowing escape, Jifa turns to Ziki, not as a conquering hero, but as a humbled leader bearing the weight of his father's legacy. And the immense task ahead, the city, though scarred by previous conflicts, pulses with a renewed spirit. You can almost feel the collective sigh of relief when he reappears, a silent promise hanging in the air. We're not done yet. He's got that look, you know? The one that says, I've seen things, man. Jiang Ziya, ever the wise strategist, watches Jifa's address, his eyes reflecting a deep understanding of the young prince's burgeoning potential. It's a quiet moment, a much-needed breath before the plunge into the maelstrom. The people are weary, but Jifa's presence rekindles a flicker of hope, a defiant spark against the encroaching darkness. They know King Joe's wrath is coming, but they also know their leader has faced it and lived to tell the tale, which, let's be honest, is more than most people can say about anyone who's had a pleasant chat with the fox demon. The tactile feel of their resilience is almost palpable, like a blacksmith's hammer hitting hot steel, shaping their future, one strike at a time. This isn't just about survival anymore. It's about shaping a future where divine beings aren't just messing with humanity for kicks. Jifa's journey isn't merely about regaining a kingdom. It's about understanding the intricate dance between mortals and immortals, a dance he's quickly learning is less ballroom waltz and more mosh pit. Meanwhile, back in the lavish, if not slightly unsettling, halls of Zhao, King Joe is busy living his best life, which apparently involves being completely enthralled by Daji. Her influence has morphed from subtle suggestion to outright puppetry. He's seeing the world through her eyes, which, coincidentally, seem to be glowing a faint, ominous red. The once proud monarch is now a mere shell, his ambition twisted into a cruel parody by the fox demon. The palace, once a symbol of power, now echoes with the whispers of dark magic and the distant cries of a suffering populace, though Joe hears none of it. He's too busy enjoying Daji's latest artistic expression, which probably involves more swirling robes and less actual governance. You can almost hear the faint, silken rustle of her demonic robes as she moves, a sound that promises pleasure, but delivers only destruction. It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion, except the train is a powerful kingdom and the conductor is obsessed with a supernatural femme fatale. The sounds of revelry mask the groans of the oppressed, a chilling symphony of delusion. His motivations are no longer his own. They are merely extensions of the fox demon's will, a tragic testament to how easily power can corrupt when combined with supernatural manipulation. Jifa, on the other hand, is learning to lead, while King Joe is learning too. Well, let's just say he's mastering the art of ignoring reality. It's quite the character arc, from ruthless king to unwitting henchman with a crown, as Jifa begins to consolidate his forces and train his army. King Joe, or rather Daji, can't resist a little preemptive strike. This isn't just a border dispute. It's a test of wills, and what a test it is. Suddenly, the battlefield lights up with a fiery blur as Nezha, our favorite hot-headed demigod, zooms into action on his wine-fire wheels, the whoosh of the wheels. Cutting through the air, the crackle of fire, it's a symphony of controlled chaos. He's like a cosmic whirlwind, punching and kicking with supernatural speed, leaving Shang's soldiers wondering if they just got hit by a very angry tornado or a very stylish child. And then there's Jiang Ziya, arriving with the calm, imposing grace of a celestial warrior. His third eye isn't just for show. It's a strategic advantage, picking out weaknesses and anticipating enemy movements. The metallic clang of his trident against Zhan armor rings through the field, a sharp counterpoint to Nezha's fiery blasts. It's a proper introduction to Jifa's growing roster of friends with benefits being can decimate an army with a flick of the wrist. Jifa, witnessing this raw power, understands the stakes aren't just human anymore. His personal journey expands beyond mere strategy. It's about leading mortals and immortals. The visceral thrill of battle is offset by the tactical understanding he gains. Seeing how these powerful allies operate, it makes you wonder if they have health insurance for this kind of work. Probably not. Just divine healing, I guess. In the relative calm between skirmishes, the true genius of Jiang Ziya shines. He's not just a warrior, he's the ultimate cosmic chess master, moving pieces on a board that spans realms. He lays out ancient maps, etched with the scars of forgotten wars, explaining troop movements and spiritual ley lines with the casual confidence of someone ordering a latte. Jifa, ever the earnest student, listens intently, absorbing every word. The old master's words are like a cool stream, quenching Jifa's thirst for knowledge, guiding his hand, and stealing his resolve. You can almost hear the soft rustle of the scrolls as they're unrolled, the quiet, measured tone of Jiang Ziya's voice, a stark contrast to the clanging swords outside. This isn't just military strategy, it's a lesson in leadership, in understanding the ebb and flow of fate itself. Jifa's internal compass is being recalibrated, aligning him with a purpose far greater than personal vengeance. He's learning to see beyond the immediate battle, to grasp the long game of destiny. The pressure on Jifa is immense. Every decision he makes now doesn't just affect his army, but potentially the balance of the entire mortal and immortal world. No pressure, kiddo, just the fate of existence resting on your shoulders. It's the kind of mentorship we all wish we had, minus the world-ending stakes, of course. His motivations are shifting from immediate survival to long-term liberation, a profound transformation catalyzed by Jiang Ziya's unwavering guidance. Back in Zhao, Daji isn't just content with manipulating a king. She's decided to spice things up with some serious dark magic, for funsies. She performs a ritual that looks less like a tea party and more like a portal to a dimension where nightmares go to vacation. The air crackles with dark energy, a low, guttural hum filling the palace, making the very stones tremble. This isn't a parlor trick. It's a full-blown summoning, ripping the veil between realms to bring forth something truly nasty. The sound of her incantations, whispered in an ancient, chilling tongue, sends shivers down your spine. The visual of tendrils of shadow twisting and coalescing into a hulking, grotesque form is quite the spectacle. If spectacle meant something, that makes you want to curl up in a ball and cry. This powerful demon, probably named Mr. Huggy Pants ironically, is unleashed upon the world, a direct counter to Jifa's growing power. The fox demon's motivations are becoming clearer: utter dominance and the complete subjugation of humanity, probably because world peace just wasn't her vibe. The scene feels heavy, almost suffocating, as if the air itself is being crushed by the sheer weight of evil. Jifa's journey just got a whole lot tougher, because now he's not just fighting soldiers. He's fighting literal nightmares given form. Good luck with that, pal. With Daji's monstrous creation unleashed, it's time for the big guns to truly shine. Jiang Ziya, seeing the raw destructive power of this new threat, doesn't hesitate. He transforms, his power flaring, and plunges into battle. This isn't a street brawl, it's a celestial slugfest, a ballet of destruction. The air vibrates with the clash of divine weapons against demonic might, the very ground shaking with each impact. You can almost feel the concussive force of their blows, hear the metallic scrape of his divine blade against the demon's jagged hide, a sound that makes your teeth ache. Nezha, ever eager for a good fight, joins in, zipping around the lumbering demon like a buzzing, fiery gnat, delivering precise, powerful strikes. The demon roars, a sound that could shatter stone, but Jiang Ziya and Nezha stand firm, embodying the forces of righteousness against overwhelming evil. Jifa watches Why died from a distance, understanding the sheer scale of the conflict. His own mortality, his human limitations, are starkly contrasted with the power displayed before him. He's got to rally mortals, but these guys? They're playing on a whole different difficulty setting. His growth involves not just fighting, but also wisely deploying and trusting these powerful allies. It's a good thing they're on his side, otherwise it would be a very short movie recap. This scene literally makes the Earth move in terms of spectacle and narrative progression, underlining the celestial war raging around humanity. While the heroes are busy fighting demons, Shen Gongbao, the resident mischief maker of the immortal realm, is doing what he does best, sowing discord. He's the kind of guy who shows up to a party, tells everyone secrets, and then leaves before the arguments start. He approaches a high-ranking Shang general, a man already brimming with ambition and perhaps a touch of resentment towards King Joe's erratic role. Shen Gongbao, with a voice like silk and promises of untold power, begins to twist the general's mind. It's not a forceful enchantment. It's a careful manipulation, preying on human weaknesses. The camera lingers on the general's face, showing the internal struggle, the temptation warring with loyalty. You can almost hear the insidious whispers, the gentle caress of deceit as Shen Gongbao plants his seeds. His motivations are purely selfish, aiming to disrupt the natural order for his own twisted sense of superiority. Jifa's journey isn't just about fighting external enemies. It's about contending with internal rot, the kind that Shen Gongbao expertly cultivates. It's a reminder that sometimes the most dangerous enemies aren't the ones with glowing eyes and sharp claws, but the ones with silver tongues and hidden agendas. It's almost like he read How to Corrupt People for Dummies and then aced the exam. This subtle, psychological warfare is just as impactful as the epic battles, adding layers to Jifa's understanding of true leadership and the complex nature of human and immortal politics. Seeing the immense scale of King Joe's depravity and Daji's demonic influence, Jifa realizes that Ziki alone won't be enough. He embarks on a journey, visiting villages scarred by war and tyranny. He sees the suffering firsthand, the tangible despair in the eyes of the common folk, and it fuels his resolve. He speaks not as a prince, but as a fellow human, offering not just protection, but hope. His voice, clear and strong, cuts through the despair, resonating with the very core of their desire for a better life. He rallies them not with false promises, but with a shared vision of a just world. You can practically feel the shift in the air. The collective will hardening like freshly forged iron. Scattered warriors, disillusioned generals, and even humble villagers all begin to flock to his banner, drawn by his sincerity and unwavering spirit. This is Jifa's leadership truly coming into its own, proving he can inspire devotion beyond fear or title. It's like watching a real-life motivational speaker, but with more swords and less trust falls. His motivations are purer, driven by empathy and a profound sense of responsibility for his people. He's not just collecting soldiers, he's building a new nation, one heart at a time. The sounds of their cheers, initially hesitant, grow into a roar of defiance against Zhang, a beautiful, powerful contrast to the oppressive silence of King Joe's rule. With new allies and a growing army, it's time for a strategic masterpiece. From Jiang Ziya, he unveils his latest plan, a celestial trap, an intricate magical formation designed to neutralize Daji's summoned demon, or even Shen Gongbao himself. This isn't just digging a ditch. It's basically an arcane superweapon, drawn with glowing lines and ancient symbols that hum with latent power. Jifa watches, fascinated, as Jiang Ziya explains the precise calculations, the cosmic alignments, and the spiritual energies required. The air around the formation feels charged, almost alive, making your skin tingle. It's a testament to Jiang Ziya's wisdom, proving that sometimes brains really do beat brawn, especially when those brains have been around for a few millennia. This shows Jifa the nuanced approach required for this celestial war. It's not just about brute force, but about outsmarting enemies who command immense power. His internal journey involves recognizing and valuing wisdom over raw power. The planning is meticulous, almost ritualistic, underscoring the gravity of their endeavor. One false move and they could be looking at a very bad day. I mean, who wants to accidentally summon a cosmic entity that makes your socks disappear instead of trapping the bad guys? Not me, that's for sure. Of course, nothing ever goes smoothly, especially when Shen Gongbao is lurking. As Jifa's vanguard advances, Confident in their numbers and strategy, they're met with a brutal ambush at a treacherous crossroads. Arrows rain down from the thick foliage, the sharp whip of their release preceding the thud of impact. It's a sudden, jarring burst of violence designed to cripple morale and sow panic. This isn't a direct confrontation but a guerrilla tactic, a testament to Shen Gongbao's cunning. Jifa's lieutenants scramble, shouting orders, their voices cutting through the chaos, the metallic clang of swords now a desperate defense. Our heroes are caught off guard, highlighting the constant vigilance required in this war. Jifa's emotional arc here shows his growing maturity in facing unexpected setbacks, not just brute force. He has to trust his commanders, knowing he can't be everywhere at once. The feeling of being boxed in, the desperate struggle for survival, is palpable. It's like when you're trying to assemble IKEA furniture and realize you've skipped a step, sudden, confusing, and potentially disastrous. The air fills with the cries of battle, the rustle of leaves, and the desperate grunts of warriors, a cacophony of fear and determination. In the midst of the ambush, a truly heartbreaking moment unfolds as a devastating attack, possibly from Shen Gongbao himself, bears down on Jifa, a loyal general, a steadfast mentor, throws himself in the way. The raw, visceral crack of the impact, the sudden gasp for air, followed by a sickening silence, tells the story. It's a selfless act, a final, powerful testament to loyalty and devotion. Jifa, witnessing this sacrifice, feels the gut-wrenching pain of loss. This isn't just a casualty of war, it's a deeply personal blow, a stark reminder of the cost of leadership. His initial grief quickly morphs into a hardened resolve, a fire ignited by sorrow. The general's sacrifice isn't just a plot point. It's a catalyst, pushing Jifa further along his path. His motivation becomes even more deeply rooted in protecting those he leads, honoring the fallen. The weight of his responsibilities presses down on him, but also fortifies him. This pivotal moment shapes his character, making him even more determined to see justice served, to ensure this sacrifice was not in vain. It's the kind of moment that makes you tear up a little, even if you're a hardened recap narrator. The solemnity of the moment hangs heavy, a stark, painful punctuation mark in the ongoing chaos, asterisk fueled by resolve and the memory of the fallen. Jifa's army, now a truly formidable force augmented by immortals and renegade warriors, sets its sights on the heart of the Shang dynasty, Zhao. The visual is breathtaking, a vast, unified army, stretching across the desolate plains like a living river. The rhythmic thud of thousands of marching feet creates a powerful, relentless beat, a drumroll of destiny echoing across the land. On the horizon, Zhao looms, a dark, imposing silhouette, a fortress of tyranny. This isn't just a march, it's a pilgrimage, a collective act of defiance. Jifa rides at the head, his gaze fixed on the distant capital, his face a mask of grim determination. He carries the hopes of a nation, the burden of a cosmic war, and the promise of a new era. His emotional state is a complex blend of sorrow, fierce determination, and the dawning realization of the immensity of his task. It's the moment where all the training, all the strategic talks with Jiang Ziya, all the sacrifices, converge into a single, unstoppable momentum. The air itself seems to hum with anticipation, a silence pregnant with the promise of monumental conflict. It's like the biggest, most important road trip ever, with slightly higher stakes than forgetting your snacks. The tactile sense of the ground vibrating under their collective advance speaks volumes about their unwavering resolve. The moment of truth arrives as Jifa's army clashes with Zhao's outer defenses. The Shang dynasty has fortified its capital with a mix of human ingenuity and demonic influence, but they're clearly not prepared for a full-scale assault led by divinely empowered warriors. Nezha and Yang Ziya are like celestial wrecking balls, tearing through fortifications with astonishing ease. The roar of battle is deafening, punctuated by the sharp crack of crumbling stone and the concussive boom of magical explosions. A heavily fortified gate, bristling with arrows and soldiers, is obliterated in a flash of divine energy, sending debris flying. It's a spectacular display of power, making the walls of Zhao look like cardboard cutouts. Jifa, leading his human forces, pushes through the breaches, his soldiers inspired by the almost casual destruction wrought by their immortal allies. His role here is to coordinate, to inspire, and to keep the momentum going. This initial victory is crucial for morale, a tangible sign that King Joe's reign is indeed vulnerable. The rapid fall of these defenses highlights the sheer overwhelming power Jifa has managed to unite. It's like watching a really efficient demolition crew. If that crew also happened to be minor deities, the tactile vibration of the ground from the impacts is almost as satisfying as the visual of crumbling tyranny. While the main army breaches the outer walls, Shen Gongbao's earlier manipulations begin to bear fruit. Inside the inner palace, that ambitious general, who'd been listening to the serpent's whispers, finally makes his move, with a conflicted expression etched on his face, because, let's be real, betraying your king is usually a bad career move. He opens a hidden passage, a secret route into the heart of Zhao. Jifa's elite guard, moving with the stealth of shadows, slips through, bypassing layers of defenses. The creak of the ancient mechanism opening the passage, the nervous whispers of the guards, create an almost unbearable tension. This isn't about grand explosions, it's about the quiet, insidious power of betrayal. Shen Gongbao, watching from a distance, undoubtedly sporting a smug grin, congratulates himself on his genius manipulation. His motivations are still about chaos and personal gain, seeing both sides as pawns in his game. Jifa, while benefiting from this, understands the double-edged sword of such alliances. His growth includes navigating these moral ambiguities, using every advantage without losing his own sense of honor. It's like getting a cheat code in a video game, but knowing that the programmer who gave it to you is probably evil. The chill of the secret passage, the hushed intensity, underscore the high stakes of this clandestine operation. Jifa, leading his inner circle, now faces the gauntlet of Zhao's inner palace. These aren't your average grunts. These are King Joe's elite guards, fanatically loyal, probably indoctrinated since birth. They fight with a desperate ferocity, turning every corridor into a death trap. Jifa, sword in hand, moves with a newfound grace and power, a culmination of all his training and experience. The metallic ring of steel on steel echoes through the ornate halls, punctuated by the grunts of effort and the occasional desperate cry. He's not just a prince anymore, he's a seasoned warrior, his motivations fueled by justice and the sheer audacity of King Joe's rule. His character arc shines brightly here, as he embodies both strategic leadership and frontline heroism. He pushes forward, his determination unwavering, a beacon of defiance in the heart of tyranny. Each parry, each strike, is a step closer to confronting the source of all this suffering. It's a beautifully choreographed sequence, reminding us that even with gods on your side, sometimes you just have to get your hands dirty. The visceral impact of close-quarters combat, the hurried breaths, the desperate clashing, paints a vivid picture of the personal fight Jifa wages deep within the palace. In a chamber crackling with mystic energy, Jifa and Jiang Ziya finally corner Shen Gongbao. This isn't a mere sword fight, it's a battle of wits and ancient magic. Shen Gongbao, ever the showman, unleashes a barrage of arcane attacks, twisting the very air around them, his voice laced with mocking laughter. Jiang Ziya, calm and collected, counters with his own profound wisdom and spiritual power, deflecting spells and weaving protective barriers. The crackle of energy, the hum of ancient incantations, creates an intense, almost overwhelming sensory experience. Jifa, though not possessing such direct magical power, uses his keen eye and combat skills to find openings, to protect Jiang Ziya, and to keep Shen Gongbao on the defensive. It's a beautifully orchestrated dance of power and strategy. Shen Gongbao's motivations are laid bare here, a bitter jealousy and a desire to dismantle the established order for his own glorification. Jifa's role is crucial, acting as the grounded, moral center amidst the swirling supernatural chaos. He's learning that sometimes, defeating an enemy isn't just about striking them down, but about exposing their true, petty nature. It's like watching a villain finally get called out on their ridiculous schemes, but with significantly more glowing projectiles. The tactile sensation of the air vibrating with power, the sharp, almost painful zing of magical currents, immerses you in this clash of wills. As the final battle rages, King Joe, trapped and cornered, finally loses his mind, and Daji, seeing her game unravel, decides it's time to stop playing coy. Her human form shatters, dissolving into a maelstrom of dark energy, revealing her true, monstrous self, a colossal, terrifying nine-tailed fox demon. The sound of tearing fabric, bone-crunching transformation, and a guttural, earth-shaking roar fills the air. It's a visual that will stick with you, probably in your nightmares. The sheer scale of her power is overwhelming, a force of nature twisted by ancient malice. Her motivations are now crystal clear, pure, unadulterated chaos and the consumption of all life. Jifa, facing this ultimate manifestation of evil, doesn't falter. This is what he has been fighting for, the true enemy behind the throne, his emotional journey reaches its apex here, moving from a prince seeking justice to a beacon of resistance against cosmic evil. It's a final boss moment, if ever there was one, a creature of myth made horrifyingly real. You can almost feel the blast of her demonic energy, the suffocating presence of such ancient evil. It's truly a sight to behold, provided you don't mind a healthy dose of existential dread with your popcorn. Asterisk, this is it. The final stand, Jifa, alongside Jiang Ziya, Nezha, and Yang Jian, faces the monstrous nine-tailed fox demon. It's a desperate, all-out assault, a symphony of divine power against demonic might. The air hums with unleashed energy, the ground shakes, and the sky itself seems to weep at the scale of the conflict. Nezha zips around, a fiery blur, distracting and harassing the demon. Yang Jian, with his third eye, targets its weaknesses, delivering powerful blows with his trident, the metallic clang echoing like a bell of war. Jiang Ziya, from a strategic distance, weaves powerful spells, creating openings and shielding his allies. And Jifa, he's not just watching, he's coordinating, shouting orders, inspiring his mortal troops to fight alongside gods, finding moments to strike decisive blows where the demon is vulnerable. His journey culminates here, as he leads mortals and immortals, fulfilling his destiny. His motivations are no longer just for his family or his kingdom. They are for the very balance of the world, for all living beings. Every punch, every sword strike, every magical blast carries the weight of prophecy and the hope of a new age. It's the kind of epic showdown that makes you want to cheer, even if you're just watching it unfold on screen. The overwhelming sounds of battle, the cries, the explosions, the raw power, are a visceral assault on the senses. Amidst the chaos of the final battle, Jifa finally confronts King Joe in the burning ruins of the throne room. The air is thick with smoke and the metallic tang of blood, the crackle of flames providing a grim backdrop. King Joe, now stripped of Daji's influence, appears broken, utterly defeated, a tragic figure consumed by his own depravity. His eyes, once arrogant, now flicker with a horrifying mix of madness and perhaps a fleeting moment of lucidity. It's a poignant and heavy moment, the culmination of a personal vendetta and a kingdom's liberation. Jifa, sword still in hand, doesn't gloat. His expression is one of sorrowful resolve. He understands that King Joe is not just a monster, but a man twisted by power and dark magic, a man who, in his final moments, might just be realizing the terrible cost of his choices. His personal journey, his emotional arc, completes itself here, not with vengeance, but with a profound understanding of justice and the cycle of power. The heavy silence between their words, punctuated by the roar of the fire, speaks volumes about the end of an era. It's the kind of confrontation that makes you think, rather than just cheer for the good guy. The tactile warmth of the fire, the oppressive stillness, adds to the scene's gravitas. Asterisk. The dust settles, the fires extinguish, and from the ashes of the old dynasty, a new dawn breaks. Jifa, now King Wu of Zhou, stands triumphant, yet humbled. He looks out over a land slowly but surely healing, rebuilding, and flourishing under his just rule. The sounds are now those of construction, laughter, and the gentle rustle of leaves in a peaceful breeze. The suffering has ended and a new era, guided by wisdom and justice, has begun. This isn't just a political victory. It's a spiritual one, a testament to the power of unwavering resolve and righteous leadership. His final emotional state is one of peace, responsibility, and profound hope for the future, a hero who not only saved the kingdom, but helped usher in a golden age. The journey has been long, fraught with peril and sacrifice, but ultimately it was a journey of profound growth and destiny fulfilled. And just like that, the gods are probably already planning their next big drama, because, let's face it, they've got a lot of free time. This peaceful, prosperous ending provides a satisfying, character-driven resolution to the immense conflict Jifa has endured, leaving a tactile sense of renewal and hope. As King Wu guides his people towards prosperity, Jiang Ziya, the eternal mentor, gazes upon the flourishing land with a quiet sense of accomplishment. His subtle smile speaks volumes. A true strategist knows that victory isn't just about winning battles, but about securing a lasting peace. He looks to the sky, a knowing glint in his eyes, a silent acknowledgement that while one chapter closes, the cosmic narrative continues. This moment isn't just an end. It's a promise of what's to come, a gentle reminder that the universe, with its gods and demons, forever spins its intricate tales. It's a beautiful thought, really, how even, in the face of immense, destructive power, hope and resilience can still bloom. The story of King Wu isn't just a tale of ancient China. It's a timeless epic about courage, sacrifice, and the unwavering spirit of humanity, touched by the divine. It reminds us that every challenge is an opportunity to grow, to rise, and to carve out our own destiny, no matter how daunting the demon force we face may be. And with that, we wrap up our journey through creation of the gods 2. What an absolute ride! I hope you enjoyed this recap as much as I enjoyed recounting. There's always more to explore, more stories to tell, and more epic battles to break down. Until next time, stay legendary.